Do you find that the simpler the beat is, the more sales you get?
Yeah, definitely.
Peace, what's going down? It's DJ Payne 1 live in the spot with Tundra Beats, who's apparently a newer producer on the scene, who's making a lot of waves in terms of his business strategies, in terms of his sales. And so I think that his experiences and wisdom will be especially helpful to the producer community. What's going down, sir?
Hey, man.
Thanks again for doing this. We know each other because you're a member of me and Kato's beat club over at musicentrepreneur.club.com. So this is a super special interview for me because I've seen your rise over the last 9 to 12 months. So first of all, how long have you been making beats? Period, and then how long have you been making beats for a living?
So I've been making beats for like 4 or 5 years now. In the beginning, I just started out having fun with some friends, and then after a while, I really started to enjoy it, and I wanted to take it serious. And then I saw the potential with YouTube and so many people on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, let's try that. So like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, actually, I started out with uploading beats to YouTube.
And then how long have you been making beats as your main job?
After I finished school in Germany, it's a thing that the students, they just go away for a year to just to travel, and I was like, nah, man, I don't want to travel. I want to make beats. And then I had a little and so arranged it that I can make beats, and so I didn't make money of it, but it was like my full-time job for like now 1.5 years.
Okay, and you're still just making beats, no other source of income.
I'm just making beats here. I had a part-time job next to that, but I could stop that like half year into it. So like around that time last year.
Okay, so it hasn't even been a full year since you've made all of your money off of beats.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is brand new. This is great. Okay, so I'm checking your YouTube page, and it looks like you started uploading beat videos, like you said, about 2.5 years ago, and then you stopped for a while, and then you picked back up. What happened at that point?
In the beginning, when I started out, I just felt they are not good enough. I uploaded some, but I deleted a lot of them because I just feel like the quality was bad. I had no idea what mixing was. I had no idea really what I was doing because back then there weren't so many tutorials like nowadays. There are so many people doing amazing tutorials, and you can learn so many things. But back then we had like Busy Work Beats and some other dudes, so I just had to figure it out. And yeah.
Shout out to Busy Works.
Shout out to Busy Work Beats. I spent a lot of money on his courses back then. He did an amazing job.
So shortly after that initial phase of uploading to your channel, a couple of your beats went viral, including a Little Peep and Brendan Savage type beat, and then a Russ type beat. Why do you think those beats became so popular?
I wish I knew so I could make every beat like that, but I think it was the samples that I use for the beats are like, I think they're very amazing. There's a good emotion in them, and I kept them simple. Those were some of the first beats that I really started to keep simple, not overdoing them, not having too many melodies, not having so much on the top, and just leaving space. Like when you listen to them, there's usually just a guitar, some bass, and the basic drums.
That's a good point. Do you find that the simpler the beat is, the more sales you get?
Yeah, definitely. And the simpler the beat is, like for me, because I make very emotional beats. Like they have to trigger something when I make them, and when there's like a basic chord progression that does the work, plus a nice melody on top, with some like simple drums. Like I don't overdo the drums, like all the stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Then it gets for me personally the most traction. So for me personally, I would say the simpler the beat, the more sales and views.
Yeah, that's been an ongoing conversation, and I know Dream Life and I talked about that. Kato and I have talked about that a lot on Beat Club, and then with my interview with Bubba Got Beats, and that was also touched on, especially with the success of the the 10 Toes Challenge. So about 11 months ago, it looks like your plays became pretty consistently solid. You're getting around, let's say, 30,000 views per beat on average. I mean, some of them jumped up to the, six, seven figure range.
Yeah.
And, some are maybe around the 10,000 range, but on average, they're doing pretty well. What led to that consistent engagement?
I think one of the things was like with YouTube is like that. When one beat starts to blow up, it usually picks the other ones up as well. They start to get recommended to the people, and more people see them. And I think for me, like I upload beats almost every day. Like I upload as much as I can, and just the consistency. When someone comments, I always tries to answer every comment, engage with the people, and I think just that together with the YouTube algorithm really helped it a lot.
So what are some other algorithm tricks?
Algorithm tricks, man. Right now, I really don't know because the algorithm I feel like it has changed lately
Yeah.
because I see with a lot of producers the views have dropped in the beginning. Like when
Yeah.
right now uploading a beat. I've even got some messages from some of my friends like they don't get notifications for the beats and everything. But in the end, like it's just less views and some algorithm tricks. Be consistent. I think that's if YouTube really sees that you are consistently uploading and really doing it. You don't have to upload daily, but as much as you can. I think that's a great trick.
So what happened with this I Don't Forget beat that you uploaded last June? It's at nearly 3 million views. What factors led to that viral success? 3 million is a lot.
I wish I knew what led to the success because when I made the beat, I was in a very big rush. I had to go, but I still needed to upload a beat today. So I just made everything very fast. Like when you watch the video, I didn't even loop the GIF to the end. It's just black screen, and I uploaded it. And on the next day, I got like three notifications from people who wanted the exclusive rights, and they offered me like $1,500. And at that moment, I knew the beat was special, and I don't know what, I really don't know what it was. I wish I knew.
So you didn't sell it exclusively then?
No, no. For me, it was like when three people overnight. Like I never had that. Once it beat exclusive, I'd rather keep it because I just thought it was better, and it played out to really be better.
So does 3 million views amount to a lot of sales on that beat?
Yeah, 3 million views amount to a lot of sales. I think that's my best-selling beat, and I don't know how much it made me in total. But I know that beats now have this the option to check, but I haven't checked it yet. But I think I should. It's more at least five figures, if not more. Like, not six figures, but in the good five-figure range it should be.
Oh, damn. Okay. So, how do you pick your keywords when you're titling and tagging your videos?
I usually always use two rappers, if not three. Like I'll make the beat and then I think like okay, it's emotional but kind of dark, so it's more like a six black tag beat or the sorry black tag beat or XX Tentation. And then I just used those two rappers in every option like XXX type beat XXX free XX and just everything. But what's also cool is if people have, I think it's called vidIQ. You can just check which keyword do well, which keyword do bad, and that's also something that I do.
Okay, so you use vidIQ for that.
Yeah,
How do you encourage people who watch your videos to subscribe? Because you are at the point where you have now over 100,000 subscribers, which seems to kind of be a magic number for sustainability. What are some ways
yeah.
that people watch videos all the time, but they don't always subscribe? How do you turn viewers into subscribers?
In the beginning, I used to have like in After Effects you can make a little thing that just jumps in. Please subscribe to the channel and just ask the people. I used to write it in the comments, and other than that, I just nothing. For me, I think if the people really like the video, or the beat in this case, they will just subscribe to you.
So you've noticed it's a quality thing. As your quality of production got better, your
Yeah,
engagement, your sales, and your subscribers also improved.
yeah, definitely. When I started to improve my mixes, when I started to just have better beats, because in the beginning, like they were horrible. I just had melodies on melodies on melodies, and there was no space for the rappers and everything. Yeah.
Okay, so that's an interesting conversation. How did you know that your beats weren't as good as they could be, and how did you know what you needed to change to make them better?
Once I have received a comment on one of my beats, and the rapper was like, he liked where the beat was going, but it's just too full. And back then I didn't understand. He's like, how is it too full? The beat sounds cool. And then I had a conversation with him. He just said, there's no space for me. And back then I didn't understand what I mean. Then I just went to my favorite beats that I really like from the rappers. And I checked them out, and it just I had a notebook, and I just took 20 beats and like analyzed them. What did they use? What instruments? Everything, and I just came to the conclusion that the most popular beats are just really simple. If you like, for example, take the beat just a little bit from 50 Cent, it has like the melody. In the beginning, it's a kick and a snare, and either way, it's everything, and it's still a hit. Then he adds some things, but it still keeps it simple. And that's when I was like, okay. Then I tried different things, like because I'll upload a beat every day. I have the chance to try out things like, okay, let's make it like that today. Let's make it like that. And when I didn't have a lot of subscribers, I was doing that, and then when the first beats really started to catch, like the little peep type beat, Reborn, and the one from Russ, I think you mean was Roses. When they really caught the attention of the people, and I started to go the numbers up, I was like, okay, that's what I need to do, and that's what I really was like it's like my formula right now.
That's another good question that producers ask, which is what style of beat should I make? But with you, it's pretty obvious. It's the style that people respond to, and people will leave comments. And even if they don't leave comments, if a certain video is doing well, better than others, then clearly there's something special about that track.
Yeah.
So it looks like you've been using BeatStars this whole time, because your oldest YouTube video has a BeatStars link in the description. Is that true?
Yeah. I started with BeatStars from day one.
Okay, so it looks as though you're almost at 1 million plays on your BeatStars site. What's making you stick with BeatStars as your primary licensing platform?
There are a lot of things where will stay. I'm staying in where I will stay with BeatStars. First of all, the support is amazing. Even in the beginning, when I had no place, no nothing, when I had a question, it was always answered within 24 hours. If 24 hours, this was sometimes I send a mail and I got it right back. Also, like yesterday, Abe had a Instagram story where he was asked where does he see BeatStars in 5 years, and he said like very big, and you see that he has a vision, and BeatStars is growing. It has constant updates. The pro page is amazing. I don't have to take care of making my own website. And yeah, even when in December there was the crash or the hack. Even then, he made a video. He explained the situations. He just said the way everything he is. He saw the emotions he had with the site, and like that's everything for me. That's why I will stay with BeatStars.
Yeah, that was a crazy time, and then the whole community just bounced back, and I think hit or broke some sales records right after that.
Yeah, yeah.
Back to my personal Tundra beat story. You were on one of me and Kato's Beat Club sessions almost a year ago.
Yeah.
And Mike Trampy, who's from BeatStars and who I've known for, I don't want to say how long, a long time, over a decade, he was my guest, and he helped create a Facebook and Instagram advertising campaign. And he said he'd create it for one of our members, and just by chance, we picked you. And he created from scratch a step-by-step campaign advertising your beats through your account on Facebook and Instagram. Did you find success with those advertisements?
Yeah, totally. Still running ads like that. Like I'm making a lot of experiments, especially since last month. Like trying a lot of new stuff, doing all the split tests, everything that he taught there, and I had a lot of success with it. Like I'm very thankful that I was chosen, and I was running with it since then.
Yeah, he told me that you've reached back out to him and asked him, how to optimize the ads and how to improve them, and you've kind of gone back and forth. Um, I don't want everyone to flood Mike Trampy, but he does work for BeatStars, so he's pretty responsive when it comes to those kinds of questions, right?
Yeah, Mike responded very great to me when I had a question. It was very fast. He explained everything. So I'm also very thankful to him. Me and him, we also go back and forth sometimes. If you have some questions, if I have some questions. Very nice man.
What are some tips that you have learned from running these ads over the last year?
One of the biggest tips for the people is like you have to try a lot. Like there's no one formula that will work. Like I had one. I was thinking it's amazing. It brings me income. Like I don't lose money from the ad. Then I tried new things and it makes it even better. It's like you just have to try and try and try. Don't in the beginning like set a budget for 10 days, $10, and then just try things out. If this works, if like make 5 different ads, see what works the best. Like with Facebook, you can do split ads and just test it out, and they will show you comparisons, like all the graphs, like and just try out a lot. Don't spend too much money on it though, like especially in the beginning, and later you can increase it, but the there are not so many people that you should have to spend like $5,000 a month or something like that. Keep it simple, like 200, maybe $300 a month, and just try.
Yeah, I think 200 to 300. I mean, I know producers who spend up to maybe 1,000 or so a month, and those producers are making, I think, 6 figures a year off of beat licenses. Some more. I mean, I know guys that spend 30,000 and they're making up almost 7 figures a year. But I know one of Mike Trampy's biggest tips for producers, for anybody advertising using the Facebook ads or Instagram ads platform, is always set your budget low. Don't just spend $100 right away. Don't spend $300 right away. I see a lot of producers doing that and getting frustrated, but you stuck with it. I'm sure there were some frustrating moments, right?
Yeah, of course. Like you had an ad and you thought you have it all perfect and it will work, and then it just don't work, and you get no engagement, no traffic, no nothing. Then you think like, what have I done wrong? And then, but it's also fun because you learn a lot of things with it, and you do some research and you look at that, and so for me it's fun. I like doing it.
The hard part for me is I'll find an ad that works, and then I'll duplicate it and add new beats that I think, okay, these are the beats that people want to hear, and then it gets no engagement, no conversions, and I have to just delete the whole thing and start over.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
So hypothetically, if you had to start from 0 subscribers, 0 plays, and upload your first beat tomorrow, what would be the most important tool to build your beat selling business up to where it is now?
First of all, be really in connection with the people. If someone comments on your video, comment back, reach out to them. Like reach out to other people, go to rappers, make make good beats and a lot, as much as you can. So because the YouTube is very how's the word, exaggerated, like it's very full. And if you really want to stick out, you have to make more than the other producers, especially like when you have 1,000 subscribers, used to be a lot. Now 1,000 subscribers, I don't think is so much. But on the other hand, it's like I think it's a little bit easier. Not easier, but you have a lot of chances because so many rappers are searching for beats, and you can really reach out to other producers and like. Not make a group, but just work together and collaborate a lot. And I think And also what I would suggest everyone, don't expect anything for one, like at least 1 year. Just do it and don't expect anything back.
So how do people find your beats? What's the
My
website?
website is tundrabeats.com. The same on all my social medias and YouTube. There are all my beats.
Well, once again, man, I appreciate you sitting down and having an honest conversation about your journey and sharing your tips and what you've learned over the last couple
Of course, man,
years.
it's an honor. I've been watching these videos so when I started out, and I was taking notes, and I'm very glad if I can help someone. And if someone has any questions, reach out to me on Instagram. I will try to answer them as soon as I can.
Cool, man. Thanks again, man. Much continued success. I'll have to schedule you on Beat Club and send you some collab
I
ideas.
appreciate
Damn.
that a lot. Yeah,
I'm abusing my power here as the interviewer.